Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A person who has received a degree from a school, high school or college or university. Make fine adjustments or divide into marked intervals for optimal measuring. Graduate a cylinder. Of or relating to studies beyond a bachelor's degree. Graduate courses. A measuring instrument for measuring fluid volume. A glass container, cup or cylinder or flask, whose sides are marked with or divided into amounts. Confer an academic degree upon. This school graduates 2,000 students each year. Receive an academic degree upon completion of one's studies. She graduated in 1990. A white crystalline double sulfate of aluminum. The potassium double sulfate of aluminum. A person who has received a degree from a school, high school or college or university. A white crystalline double sulfate of aluminum. The ammonium double sulfate of aluminum. A double sulfate of aluminum and potassium that is used as an astringent, among other things. A person who has received a degree from a school, high school or college or university. A person who has received a degree from a school, high school or college or university. A person who has received a degree from a school, high school or college or university. 1/100th of a right angle. Make fine adjustments or divide into marked intervals for optimal measuring. Calibrate an instrument. Mark the scale of a measuring instrument, so that it can be read in the desired units. He calibrated the thermometer for the Celsius scale. Measure the caliber of. Calibrate a gun. Make fine adjustments or divide into marked intervals for optimal measuring. Adjust finely. Fine-tune the engine. Improve or perfect by pruning or polishing. A student who continues studies after graduation. Of or relating to studies beyond a bachelor's degree. A high place. They stood on high and observed the countryside. Slightly and pleasantly intoxicated from alcohol or a drug, especially marijuana. Happy and excited and energetic. In a rich manner. He lives high. Used of the smell of meat, smelling spoiled or tainted. Used of sounds and voices, high in pitch or frequency. At a great altitude. He climbed high on the ladder. A public secondary school usually including grades 9 through 12. He goes to the neighborhood high school. Standing above others in quality or position. People in high places. A forward gear with a gear ratio that gives the greatest vehicle velocity for a given engine speed. A lofty level or position or degree. Summer temperatures reached an all-time high. An air mass of higher than normal pressure. The East Coast benefits from a Bermuda high. A state of altered consciousness induced by alcohol or narcotics. They took drugs to get a high on. A state of sustained elation. I'm on a permanent high these days. Greater than normal in degree or intensity or amount. A high temperature. Literal meaning. Being at or having a relatively great or specific elevation or upward extension, sometimes used in combinations like knee-high. A high mountain. A learned person, especially in the humanities, someone who by long study has gained mastery in one or more disciplines. Someone, especially a child, who learns, as from a teacher, or takes up knowledge or beliefs. A learned person, especially in the humanities, someone who by long study has gained mastery in one or more disciplines. A student who holds a scholarship. A learned person, especially in the humanities, someone who by long study has gained mastery in one or more disciplines. A learner who is enrolled in an educational institution. A learned person, especially in the humanities, someone who by long study has gained mastery in one or more disciplines. An unofficial association of people or groups. The smart set goes there. Get ready for a particular purpose or event. Set up an experiment. Several exercises intended to be done in series. He did 4 sets of the incline bench press. Representation consisting of the scenery and other properties used to identify the location of a dramatic production. The sets were meticulously authentic. A relatively permanent inclination to react in a particular way. The set of his mind was obvious. Disappear beyond the horizon. The sun sets early these days. Decide upon or fix definitely. Put or set, seeds, seedlings, or plants, into the ground. Establish as the highest level or best performance. Set a record. Urge to attack someone. Set down according to a plan. A carefully laid table with places set for 4 people. Usually followed by to, or for, on the point of or strongly disposed. We are set to go at any time. Converted to solid form, as concrete. Make ready or suitable or equip in advance for a particular purpose or for some use, event, etc. Determined or decided upon as by an authority. The time set for the launching. Equip with sails or masts. Insert a nail or screw below the surface, as into a countersink. Locate. The film is set in Africa. Fixed and unmoving. With eyes set in a fixed glassy stare. Put into a certain place or abstract location. Adapt for performance in a different way. Set this poem to music. Psychology, being temporarily ready to respond in a particular way. The subject set led them to solve problems the familiar way and to overlook the simpler solution. Become gelatinous. Situated in a particular spot or position. A house set on a hilltop. Fix conclusively or authoritatively. Set the rules. Evil Egyptian god with the head of a beast that has high square ears and a long snout, brother and murderer of Osiris. Arrange attractively. Alter or regulate so as to achieve accuracy or conform to a standard. Estimate. The process of becoming hard or solid by cooling or drying or crystallization. He tested the set of the glue. Bear fruit. Set in type. My book will be typeset nicely. A group of things of the same kind that belong together and are so used. A set of books. Any electronic equipment that receives or transmits radio or TV signals. The early sets ran on storage batteries. Apply or start. Set fire to a building. A unit of play in tennis or squash. They played 2 sets of tennis after dinner. Being below the horizon. The moon is set. Fix in a border. The goldsmith set the diamond. Give a fine, sharp edge to a knife or razor. Mathematics, an abstract collection of numbers or symbols. The set of prime numbers is infinite. Put into a certain state. Cause to be in a certain state. Set the house afire. Put into a position that will restore a normal state. Set a broken bone. Set to a certain position or cause to operate correctly. Set clocks or instruments. The act of putting something in position. He gave a final set to his hat. The descent of a heavenly body below the horizon. Before the set of sun. Adapt or conform oneself to new or different conditions. We must adjust to the bad economic situation. Place in a line or arrange so as to be parallel or straight. Alter or regulate so as to achieve accuracy or conform to a standard. Decide how much is to be paid on an insurance claim. Make correspondent or conformable. Make right or correct. Correct in opinion or judgment. Socially right or correct. Correct behavior. Censure severely. Go down in value. The stock market corrected. Punish in order to gain control or enforce obedience. Adjust for. Engineers will work to correct the effects or air resistance. In accord with accepted standards of usage or procedure. Free from error, especially conforming to fact or truth. The correct answer. Make reparations or amends for. Alter or regulate so as to achieve accuracy or conform to a standard. Correct the alignment of the front wheels. Treat a defect. The new contact lenses will correct for his myopia. Instrument that shows the extent or amount or quantity or degree of something. Instrument that shows the extent or amount or quantity or degree of something. Instrument that shows the extent or amount or quantity or degree of something. Present. Bestow an honor on someone. Bestow a quality on. Give as a gift. Present. The university conferred a degree on its most famous former student, who never graduated. Have a conference in order to talk something over. We conferred about a plan of action. Serve oneself to, or consume regularly. Undergo, as of injuries and illnesses. Have or possess, either in a concrete or an abstract sense. Have sex with, archaic use. Have ownership or possession of. How many cars does she have? Achieve a point or goal. Go through, mental or physical states or experiences. Have a feeling. Get something. Come into possession of. A person who possesses great material wealth. Organize or be responsible for. have, throw, or make a party. Undergo. Have as a feature. Cause to be born. Cause to move. Cause to be in a certain position or condition. Cause to do. Cause to act in a specified manner. Receive willingly something given or offered. The only girl who would have him was the miller's daughter. Have a personal or business relationship with someone. Have a postdoc. Have left. I have 2 years left. Suffer from. Be ill with. Experience as a reaction. Register. Perceptual input. Receive as a retribution or punishment. Bid welcome to. Greet upon arrival. Go through. Mental or physical states or experiences. Receive injuries. Get something. Come into possession of. Receive payment. Receive a specified treatment, abstract. These aspects of civilization do not find expression or receive an interpretation. Express willingness to have in one's home or environs. The community warmly received the refugees. Accept as true or valid. He received Christ. Convert into sounds or pictures. Receive the incoming radio signals. Have or give a reception. Partake of the Holy Eucharist Sacrament. Regard favorably or with disapproval. Her new collection of poems was not well received. A familiar term of address for a man. A former male pupil of a school. A vivacious elderly man. A student or graduate at an Ivy League school. A cylindrical graduate.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.